Okay, let's try my luck again. I thought, as predicted, I might be on a losing path, because if you look at my history, look, there were a load of wins there to get to 2, 3, 2, 4, so I must be coming down now. Okay, swap 2300, same rating as me, so it's going to be hard. Let's play a King's Gambit though for fun. Let's lose in style. Gambit here for accelerated development. Okay, so d4's under fire. I could put this bishop on the diagonal though. Okay, he's a bit concerned by this position. If I can play bishop e2 and castle kingside, or bishop c4 and queen b3. Okay, bishop c4 and queen b3 or bishop e2. Okay, I think not really sure. It's locking in my bishop over here, and he wants to get f5 control. I could give him f5 control. It's a sort of wedge over here, so I'll give him f5. But I get this dangerous like pawn wedge in return, potentially. And this bishop g4 is going to be good. d4 is okay at the moment. Crude things like knight h4 come to mind now. If I just get out of here for a sec, because I think there's a queen a4 protecting the pawn. Or maybe not. No, my pawn's okay. There's two protectors of it at the moment. Okay. Time to look at forcing moves here. e6 and knight e5. There's doesn't really reveal much about the position. He's got good strategic grip here. Knight d2, I lose the piece, so I think knight a3 to be able to play rook c1, and also maybe knight c2. So rook c1, and there might be an idea of rook c6 at some point if it was an exchange sack. We'll just pressure on the c file anyway. But his grip on f5, yeah, is kind of strong. Do I play something like knight c2 just to reinforce d4, because he hasn't got c5 in? So knight c2 and bishop a3 maybe? Knight c2, bishop a3. Also the knight can jump to e3, try and contest f5. Okay. There's also a forcing move bishop b5 here, or bishop e2. Bishop b5, I'm not really sure that does anything. If I take queen d2, he takes with the queen though, and he comes to d3, so that could be a pain. Oh dear, this doesn't look too pleasant. If he's got d3 control, no, but there's rook c3, knight a2. Alright, let's go for that one. I'm inviting almost the knight to d3, but rook c3, there's knight a2. That's the problem. Okay, I'll do it anyway. So knight a2, rook b3. Okay, can the rook swing over on the king side though later? Is the knight not kind of misplaced there? Right, so say knight g5. He's given b4 anyway for the knight. So what kind of forcing moves here? There's knight h4, trying to attack the queen. Then there's no queen g4, but if... Yeah, I think I'll do that first, just to attack the queen with knight h4, because actually rook g3 then. And I might be whipping up an attack with f5, never know. I mean, this knight on a2 looks a bit silly in that respect. But if I can get f5 in, So that's actually helping strategically knight h4 as a forcing move for f5, because I think f6 would be dangerous combined with rook g3. It looks as if I'm getting pieces to the king here. So f5 and rook g3. At least the blockade is broken on f5, and this, I don't know, winning of the pawn seems a bit mysteriously risky. So, okay, I mean, what's he going to do? a4 or knight b4? If knight b4, it looks as though f6 is really dangerous, or just queen d2 for f6, or just f6 immediately. Although I don't know about knight g6, knight f5. That does look really dangerous combined with queen d2 just to get into the dark squares. Or even, okay, there's be discovered checks as well now to win the queen with rook g3. So I think f6 here. That looks quite crushing now, actually, intuitively. So he's got a minute and a half to navigate this. If he plays takes, then rook g3 is actually winning the queen. This looks ridiculous to put these pieces over like this. So if I take attacking the rook, then knight f5, or just knight f5 here, is that even stronger, just to encourage g takes? I think I could go with knight f5. Okay, forcing moves here, fg or knight g6, or okay, or knight f5, because knight f5 actually, maybe f takes, and then all I would need to do is support. Okay, I think I'm going to go with knight f5 actually. I just need to get onto the dark squares. If takes, then maybe just queen d2, queen takes, queen h6 will be end of game. I just need to get these dark squares. In fact, takes, I don't even need to retake, just queen d2, pardon me, queen takes b3 hiccups, queen h6. How does he defend that position? This looks utterly ridiculous. So queen d2, queen b3, queen h6. How does black defend that? I can't see it. I'm just going to go for that queen d2. So I don't even need to recapture here because the knight's doing a grand job. There's no major check after queen b3. Queen's quite far from my king, thankfully, unlike last night's game. So, oh, he just resigned here. Move 22. He just resigned after queen d2. Cool, so I'm back to 2316 for a moment after beating a fellow 2300 with the King's Gambit. So I thought, yeah, he had a very nice light square blockade, but went a bit crazy here with knight a2. So knight h4 is just lifting the blockade. Not only lifting the blockade, with a fast attack to follow. Very fast attack. Comments or questions on YouTube? Thanks very much.